How's it going, Odooers? Welcome to today's webinar, Odoo versus QuickBooks, a comparative analysis. Use the right tool for the job. My name is Will Amon. I am a senior strategic account executive here at Odoo, and I've spent my entire career helping small businesses find the correct technical solution for their business. And I am incredibly excited to show you what we have to offer today with both Odoo and talk about QuickBooks, the amazing platform that it is. First, I'm going to show a quick agenda. We just got through our introduction here. Secondly, I'm going to go through some company profiles, show you a bit about QuickBooks, its strengths and misunderstandings, as well as Odoo and how we stand up. Thirdly, I'm going to go into a functional demonstration about where we differ from Odoo and QuickBooks. And then I'm going to go into a demonstration, show you where we are kind of the same with one of the most powerful technologies that QuickBooks has, which is accounting. So I hope you're really excited. Let's hop into our company profiles and learn a little bit more about QuickBooks. So QuickBooks by Intuit. QuickBooks is one of the most powerful accounting softwares across the US. They have applications like accounting, POS, sales, and procurement. And they have a number of different hosting options: enterprise, desktop, and what most people use, online. Now let's talk about some of the strengths behind QuickBooks. Number one strength that comes to mind whenever I talk to the large user base they have is their massive user base. You'd be hard pressed to find an accountant who has not used QuickBooks in the past. And the largest reason for that is their second strength behind the company, which is QB is taught across the US from community colleges to private institutions. This happens because everyone's already using QuickBooks. These universities want to give their accountants the best leg up in getting jobs in this difficult job market. Now, the third biggest strength to QuickBooks is its simple user interface. From one screen, we can see everything from customer invoices, vendor bills, to things like your balance sheets, P&L statements, and tax reports. Now, this is really strong and helps a lot of companies get off the ground and turn what was an idea into a full business and get out of Excel spreadsheets. But I think it's time for us to talk about some misunderstandings behind QuickBooks. First off, QuickBooks is not an ERP. ERP solutions, in the general understanding, is a full enterprise resource planning solution that allows you to incorporate inventory, manufacturing, even marketing, CRM, you name it. And QuickBooks, again, is there to help you get off of Excel spreadsheets and does a great job of that, but does not really contend in that ERP space. One of the reasons why they don't do that and why people are confused when they see that QuickBooks isn't an ERP is because it has some inventory features, whereas where a sales order takes place, an item will be taken out of an inventory, but there's no way to validate things at the receipt level. There's no delivery operation within QuickBooks, which can cause double counts and create count inventory issues down the road when trying to recognize everything at one inventory level. Just one of the many features that QuickBooks doesn't have that other ERP solutions do. The second misunderstanding I want to talk about is QuickBooks is actually not that quick. Now, it's not just a joke we say here at Odoo, but QuickBooks has some issues when it comes to their online support. QuickBooks Online does give the option for multiple users to be on at one time, but there is considerable lag time to actually getting support. And a large reason for that is its massive user base. There are only so many people that can help so few businesses all at one time. Again, this creates a large lag time to getting your operational issues and errors handled in a reasonable amount of time so you can continue running your business. Last piece I want to talk about is the ability for growth. Now, again, they do a great job of getting out of Excel spreadsheets and allowing you to grow into a business that makes purchases from their vendors and selling items to their customers. But outside of that and their POS module, there isn't a lot farther to go. Now, that brings me to the main course for the evening, which is Odoo. Odoo has 12 million plus users worldwide, with over 80 plus business applications and 5,000 plus partners across the globe to help you implement the solution, and 3,600 employees across the globe. We are a large enterprise ERP solution for every business from 1 to 5 users to 50 to 1,000. Now, to talk about some of Odoo's strengths. Our number one value proposition here at Odoo is growth. We can easily add applications and users just from the click of a button from your own subscription or buy your own apps application within your database. This speaks to our pricing. Our pricing is only per user, and with even a single per user license, you have access to all of our applications. So you can start with 1 or 2 and grow to as many as you need for your large business. Our second value proposition is customization. Add, remove, change form information at any time, fresh out of the box. Now you can do things like creating a preferred vendor list or price list associated with certain buttons. You could add tags to any vendor or contact level. You can create optional buttons or smart buttons to any other form like purchase or sales. Our third value proposition is automation. Using Odoo Logic, we can create if-then automation that allows you to do things like sending customer emails once they become a lead, creating a new link for an assigned worker to a work order through manufacturing, and much, much more. This is all within our Studio application, which you should go out and reach out to your dedicated advisor to learn more about. Now, Odoo does have some misunderstandings ourselves. Odoo does not have any per module purchase plans. Again, like I said before, we only do per user pricing, and that does allow you to have access to all of our applications. But many customers are looking at us as, I only want to use sales and purchase, or maybe accounting. And you have full access to do that, but that's not going to be any cheaper than someone who's using all 80 plus of our applications. Again, this may be a misunderstanding and sometimes a negative, but we just see it as an ability or opportunity for growth for you and your business. Lastly, there is kind of a sense of application overload. Whenever I'm demonstrating our platform for customers and I show them our apps application, they can be bogged down by the large amounts of applications we have throughout the database. And again, it is this idea of, I don't want to start with a handful of applications. I only want 2 or 3. Again, we only try to show this so you have the full vision of what could be in the future. And again, with ERP solutions, we're not looking at 1 to 2 years down the road. We're trying to look at 5, 10 to 20 years down the road using a full solution like Odoo. Now that we've done some comparisons and seen some of the facts between both businesses, I'd like to go into a demonstration. Today, I'm going to show you how we differ from QuickBooks with our website and CRM application. I'm going to dive a bit into our website application, click around, show you how we can edit that. I'm going to show you how we can have an e-commerce environment, as well as a contact us form to create leads for your business. Then I'm going to move through the CRM, show you a full sales cycle, show you how we can log activities and metrics, and finally sell a item to one of your customers and give you a sneak peek on inventory. Let's hop into the platform. So here we are. This is a database I just created this week. As you can see, I have a number of applications already downloaded. I'm going to first start with our website application. Now, don't mind the logo I created with ChatGPT earlier this week. You can easily create and upload your own logo at any time. Now, we can also edit our theme, change our colors, or even switch our theme of what our website builder is going to look like at any time. I'm going to do that right now. Odoo is going to give you a large list of different themes that we can pick between. But right now, I'm running a furniture store, so let's just stick with this theme. After a brief few moments, we're going to upload these themes across the database. return to the site. Now, when I click edit, it's going to give me different boxes and structure blocks to start creating the different pages across my website. So all I do is I just drag in a box, and now I can see a beautiful template of what could be. Each of these photos, I can select the image and add in my own image. I could also delete one of these if I wanted to fix what it looks like. And all the text in here is also very easy to edit yourself. Now, one of the new features for Odoo 17 is our ability to incorporate ChatGPT to help us with our messaging and marketing efforts. Simply by hitting backspace and then chat, you'll see ChatGPT pop up. And now I can ask ChatGPT to create a template or a tagline. Create tagline for Amen Furniture. Let's send that away. Beautiful. Where comfort meets style, Amen Furniture has you covered. I like that, but maybe we want it a bit longer. I like that too. Transform your space with Amen Furniture, where quality craftsmanship and timeless design come together to create a sanctuary of comfort and style for your home. Sounds pretty good, but maybe I kind of want it to be funny. Get ready to say amen to furniture that's so comfortable, you'll start praying for more time to relax on it. Amen Furniture, where sitting becomes a religious experience. Kind of playing off my last name there, but let's insert that all the same. Beautiful, and insert it directly into your page. Now I can save that. And now we have an amazing homepage just to start with. Odoo also comes with e-commerce capabilities. By clicking on our shop here, we automatically can see all of the products that we have imported into the system and published into our website. I can scroll through all of our many products here. I can even categorize them by things like steel, aluminum, or search anytime for certain items. These are all items with the name table involved. Now, also, Odoo wants to help you drive sales through your CRM process. So through a Contact Us form, we can edit this form to create a number of different actions that can help support your business. If I click Edit up here at the top, I can now edit any of these questions for the information that you need from these companies. I can also select this Submit button. And if I scroll down, I can edit what action is taken once this form is submitted. A task can be created. We can send an email to someone within our organization. You can even create a customer, but we're going to stick to create an opportunity right now. I can do other things like change what sales team it goes to. Maybe we have a pre-sales team, maybe an SDR team, or just send it to our sales team. Or you can send it to a specific person. Again, this would be a smaller sales team where everything's going to one individual, or it may be a sales manager who's going to delineate which lead goes to who. We'll stick with that for now. So I'm going to save this. And now I'm just going to include a little bit of information. Subject, let's say table questions. I'm going to ask about pricing. I'm going to hit submit. So voila, a few things to note here. We have now submitted this inquiry through the Contact Us form, and all of this was sent through our own customer portal. Odoo automatically creates customer portals for any customers that come in contact with your database. And each will have their own account page where they can see quotations they have to review, invoices they have, tasks that are still being dealt with within Odoo or within that company, and any projects that this company is doing for them. All can be seen from here. But that's about all I want to show today with regards to website, but let's go see on the CRM side of things what's been affected. Now here we are in our CRM application. This is a pipeline view showing you a number of different stages from new to one. And all of these are dynamic stages. So I can drag this one column wherever I want. I can even create a new stage. Maybe we want to add a negotiation stage and drag this in place. And all of these different cards here, I can drag wherever I need them to. And from this view, I'm only looking at my pipeline as the user clicked in. I can also look at everyone's pipelines involved. Now, down below, as you can see, all of these cards are individual opportunities or leads that have been brought into our database. And each of these cards is going to have some information like, the title of the opportunity, the amount of money that our salesperson is projecting we're getting from this, what we've piped, maybe the customer name, if there's one associated, any tags we have for each opportunity, and lastly, a priority level, and maybe an activity that we have scheduled with this person. So let's click into one of these opportunities and see a bit more. Down below, you can see this table questions that we had before that we just created. And as we hop into here, I'm going to zoom out just a bit so we can see a full screen here. Right here, we have table questions, pricing in our internal notes for the question we asked. And this is what an opportunity form is going to look like for all of your opportunities. A few things to note here. Odoo comes in 3 pieces to every form. The actual form itself, where you can fill in information about what you're doing here, in this case, an opportunity, dealing with things like salesperson, expected closing day, tags we have associated. At the top, we have smart buttons. These smart buttons are going to be other integrations with applications we have across our database. Something like quotations with our sales application to see any sales orders we've created for this opportunity. And lastly, our chatter function. Our chatter function is going to be a historical audit. This historical audit is going to capture everything that has happened for this form, for the lifetime of our database. Now, as a salesperson myself, I use CRMs every day. And what I typically do is I'll have my opportunity here. I might call them, I might send them an email, and what I'll do is I'll click activities and I'll shoot them a call. And I'll say what I was discussing, intro, and I can, create a bullet list and create an agenda of the things we talked about. Mark done, schedule next, and then schedule my next activity, and maybe it's an email. And we're going to schedule that for 2 days in the future. And voila, we're going to log all of that directly here, as well as notify me in 2 days when this email is due through our clock icon at the top. And I could also do things like log notes. Maybe I had a BANT formula going on during that conversation to help do discovery. And I can also tag people in this. Maybe I want to tag my boss or someone and say, take a look at this for full review. Now, something all my customers like is also our ability to send emails directly out of Odoo through a 2-way sync with our email plugin. So just by hitting send message, say hi, and send this email directly out of Odoo. It also sends directly out of your own email, and any replies I get to this thread will also populate within the chatter here. So I hope by now you can see that we're creating a full history of what has happened to this opportunity. This is important for sales leaders, for even CEOs, to business owners to see how we're spending our time on each deal and what did we do in each deal or opportunity or sales cycle to potentially win that deal. Also from the screen, I can do things like change the stage and move us along the pipeline. And all the while, again, having everything captured within our chatter here. So I hope you have a good understanding of what that looks like at that level of actually working independently. But now if we look at this holistically, I'm looking at my entire pipeline. A few things I want to note on a day-to-day operation in the CRM. We can look at these bars at the top. And these colors are going to correlate with the activity that is scheduled or not scheduled. As you can see here, gray is going to signal someone that doesn't have any opportunity scheduled. Green is going to correlate with activities we have scheduled for the future. Yellow are things that we need to do today. And red's what we're going to get in trouble for with our boss. Red typically shows things that are overdue and something that we need to get on a handle on before our boss gets in the morning. That was actually real. A few of the automations here I want to touch on before moving out of CRM are we have some automations built directly into our system. I'll make this a bit closer so you can see it. By clicking our gear icon here and going to automations, this is where we can create if and or if then Odoo logic to create automation rules. So when something stage is set to new, I can create an action like sending an email, sending a text message, adding followers, executing code, send webhook notifications, you name it, all from one screen, all fresh out of the box. And I can do this, create an email template or send a certain email type or message type, all from one screen. And I did this all without any coding experience. Let's get our automation rules here. Now, on top of that, we also have a number of different reporting metrics. Things like forecasting tools to show us month over month how much money we're going to be making or what we project. And I can see that in a number of different filter types, either by a certain salesperson, by a certain sales team, by city, by country, you name it, you can group by it. And also, I want to talk a little bit about the integrations we have with other applications. So again, as I was moving through my pipeline with our table questions here, I can move this into negotiation. And now from here, once we're in this negotiation stage, maybe we want to send over a quotation. Again, showing some of the integrations Odoo has to offer right out of the box. When I click this new quotation button, automatically, we're going to start creating a draft sales order to send out to our customer. Automatically, the customer contact information populates in the customer view. We can set an expiration date, maybe a certain price list. Maybe it's Christmas and we want to give a little discount. And we can include whatever payment terms we already have configured within the database. We can even set up quotation templates for certain products so that we can automatically configure line items below. But I'm going to go ahead and select the product and let's just start sending tables their way. Let's send them a dining table. So like I said earlier in this presentation with regards to QuickBooks, where QuickBooks, you're able to sell items and they'll automatically be taken out of their inventory. Right here, I will automatically get a forecast view of our inventory levels, not only at the forecasted stock, but also what we have available. Now, this is also going to help our system recognize, do we need to purchase more? Do we need to deliver this today? And other items like that. But as much as I want to dive deeper into inventory, I want to save that for other Odooers to show you and everyone else on this call more through a demonstration. I'm going to hop back now to our presentation. So I hope you'd enjoyed that website to CRM demonstration. I hope that I was able to show you how not only can you customize this website, but we can create actionable lead generation tools to help drive sales cycles and create more revenue for your business. The next piece I want to talk about is where Odoo and QuickBooks are actually very similar in our accounting demonstration. Now, if just give me a moment, I'm going to move back to our instance, and I have a secondary instance involved here. This one with more information with regards to accounting. All I do here is I'm going to hover over our accounting application. And here you can see a walkthrough guide on how to set up our accounting demonstration, but I'm going to get this out of the way to start. So this may look at a 1,000-foot view a lot different from QuickBooks. But once I start talking about different naming conventions and nomenclature, you'll start to understand how we are actually almost a one-to-one copy of what they do. So what we're seeing on the screen here on our accounting dashboard are different buckets. These buckets are different customer journals with transactions correlating with each one. So here we have customer invoices where I can see unpaid, late invoices. We have vendor bills and bills to pay. If you don't like this nomenclature, we can actually change these at any time, because within Odoo, customer invoices, if I click on the three dots and then configuration, customer invoices is actually accounts receivable. And just save at the top and move back to our dashboard, and voila, easily customize your viewing experience to fit what you're closely or have a better understanding of your day-to-day operations. With vendor bills, we can also rename that easily to accounts payable. Again, more accurately depicting what you do day to day. And through all of these journals, we can do the exact same thing. Now, to talk about what an accountant might be doing on their day-to-day operations. So here in my accounts receivable, usually companies will either have their sales team or their accountant in charge of going after these customer invoices that they have to pay. Odoo is going to show you how we can do this with both people working together. So right here, I can create a new invoice at any time to actually put it in to the database, but let's just go with the invoices that have originated from sales orders. So we click on late invoices here. Again, we always have prompts showing us ways to create invoice templates and whatnot. Up here at the top, you're going to notice invoice number, customer, invoice date, when it was due, any activities we have scheduled to reconcile this, our tax excluded, total, and we can see the payment status is not paid. So let's dive into this invoice. As you can see here for the invoice, we can see the full customer, and I can click directly on the customer. I can see our line items that we have that they need to pay for, the total amount and the amount due down below. And down below, again, we're going to have that chatter that I showed you at the CRM level to see what steps we've taken to, again, get this amount paid. So at the top here, there are two purple buttons that Odoo is trying to bring me to, or trying to suggest as my next action. I can register this payment. Maybe they came in and dropped off cash or sent me a check. Or I can send this out and print it out as well. Right now, it's asking me to configure a document layout. Let's just use it as is. And this screen is going to be, again, an email template that we've created for invoice sending. You can automatically customize these templates at any time to fit more of your own vernacular for your company. I can also go in here and edit these templates directly. Maybe I know this guy's name is Joe. Dear Joe, and last I checked, my name wasn't Mr. Demo. Let's do best will. We're also going to include a PDF of that invoice. And I can also update things like the subject line, add other people to be involved in the recipient line. And I can also send this by mail by printing this out. I'm going to hit send and print here. Just give it a moment to load. And now when I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that's captured within our chatter. We've sent this email out to this customer. And this is what the customer is going to see on their side of things. Now, this may stray away a bit from what QuickBooks can help you with as well. If I hit preview, it's going to bring us to our website because, like I said on the website demonstration, each customer is going to have their own customer portal where they can view things like their invoices. And right here, I can see they have the ability to print this out or download this. They can pay it directly from here. Just a note, you will have to incorporate your own payment provider, but I'll get into payment providers in just a moment. They can review their own invoice all from one screen and even ask questions. Sorry, I thought I had paid. Just a simple misunderstanding. And when they hit send, I'm going to scroll back up to the top and go back to edit mode. That is also going to populate directly in the chatter. This is giving businesses across the US and abroad an ability to have direct conversations with their clients in real time. So we can get paid faster. But I can also message them back directly from here, email them, and have a conversation this way. But let's say they went ahead and paid through the website. It would automatically populate through here, but we're going to do this manually for the sake of the demonstration. But in this instance, they only paid down the first 20,000. We came to an agreement with the customer that they have 20,000 right now. They'll pay the last 16,000 in a week or so. So I can set the payment date. When I click out, automatically it's going to ask me if I want to keep this open. And I'm going to do so. I'm going to create payment. So we right away get a partial payment ribbon. And down below, you're going to see that we've paid this amount on this date and we have this much due. And also, again, capturing that's partially paid down below in the chatter. So now it's up to us in the future, 2 weeks down the line, to make sure we get paid. But how do we make sure we do that in an automated sense? Well, another feature that is not yet used within QuickBooks are our follow-up levels. I'm going to click on configuration here and click on follow-up levels. Now, we have some follow-up levels already configured throughout the database. Things like 15 days, 30 days, 40, 50, and 60. But let's create our own. We're going to do a 3-day reminder. All right, I'm going to set this to be 3 days after the due date. We're going to send an email. It's going to be a 4th reminder follow-up email that you can, again, click this internal link to go customize. This is going to be sent automatically. We can add followers to this, like maybe our CEO needs to be involved whenever someone has missed their 4th payment. We can also send a message or send a letter, all from one screen. And I'm also going to schedule an activity because we want to make sure people are held responsible for this. So schedule activity. I'm also going to click responsible and I can select maybe follow-up responsible. Maybe it's the salesperson, maybe it's the account manager, whoever you want. This is going to set up an instance where they need to, and they'll be prompted to, send an email, send a call, have a meeting, go knock on the business's front door, whatever you need to follow up to get your money for your business. You can schedule it all through Odoo automatically. In this case, we're going to do call, go ask about payment, and save that here. Voila. Now this is also taking some effort off of the accountant's back and putting it back on the salesperson to help them, help the accountant do their day-to-day operations and not get bogged down chasing after customer invoices. And that's just one of the many features we have here within the Odoo dashboard where you can do your day-to-day operations. Another thing very similar to QuickBooks is we can connect your bank account. And I challenge you and everyone out there to find a bank that we do not work with directly, whether it's locally or worldwide. And we also have a very strong reconciliation tool. For all you accountants out there, this is going to look slightly similar to QuickBooks. From my understanding and from what my customers have told me, is that in QuickBooks, you'll have what you have to check, and you'll also have a separate tab open for your matching existing entries. Odoo allows you to see it all from one screen. So I can go ahead and review transaction by transaction and go ahead and validate, click through each of these, and even leave some to check. So we can take a secondary check maybe at the end of the day. We can also automate the reconciliation of these on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, you name it. Now, we do not have it all from one screen, but if you need reporting options like balance sheet, like P&L, like tax reporting, all I do is click our reporting screen at the top and you can see balance sheets, P&L, cash flow statements, an executive summary that's unique to Odoo and tax reports. But diving into these reports, we can also add another piece of value that QuickBooks may not have. We can do things like add comparisons to the previous period and see this over time. We can also see, posted entries only, accrued basis. And at each level, I can click in and see more information about the journals within each category. So this is a very active sheet, more than just a spreadsheet showing everything with regards to each sheet. But more than that, at any time, we can also print this out as a PDF or XLSX, or save this at any time to share with other people across the department. Now, we have a number of other features here available to you regarding your own chart of accounts, setting up your tax instances, even setting up your own payment providers, which I mentioned before. But I don't want to go too far. We have a number of very strong and talented consultants across Odoo that I implore each and every one of you to reach out to them and ask more questions, get demonstrations, and become Odooers yourself. We move back here. So that's where Odoo and QuickBooks are very similar, working your day-to-day operations within accounting. In conclusion, QuickBooks is an incredible accounting software. I don't want to take anything away from what they've done to the small business world. They've been truly a pillar of good business sense and helping add technology at a quick and affordable price. But if your team needs more control across multiple operations, you may be wanting for more. Odoo was made for those businesses in mind. We were built not just for you to, again, have your accounting and sales in one place. We want you to do more. Grow with your users, grow with your employee count, grow with all the applications and things you're doing for yourself with your business, adding more revenue to your business and turning your idea into an enterprise that you can have not just for this year and next year, but for 5, 10, 20 years down in the future. Let's try to use the right tool for the right job. Thank you so much for your time today. I've had a wonderful time showing you through this demonstration and these different applications within Odoo. Again, my name is Will Amon, Senior Strategic Account Executive here at Odoo. If you have any questions about anything I showed today or would like to learn more, please reach out to me at wiam@odoo.com or give me a call at 1-650-437-1149. Until next time, Odooers, thank you so much and goodbye.